Okay, so I got a couple of questions about this. This is number 9. I think it's just an algebra question. So those of you that asked about this one, I think you have the right setup for arc length. And then it's how can I integrate this? If you try use substitution right now, it's not going to work, right? Because the derivative of x to the negative 4/3 isn't going to really cancel out with this x to the 1. So we want to do a little bit of algebraic manipulation, which is a big thing in calculus, right? We do a lot of algebra in this class. This one's not, and sometimes it's always not straightforward like this one. So what could you do? What do we just typically do in math, like without thinking about how can I make it so that I have a power in here that'll cancel out with this when I do use substitution? Well, you could just try some things like that we've done before through our algebra lives. And one thing is to add these two things together, to these two expressions together under the root. So let's just see what happens. So I get a common denominator 9x to the 4/3. So that'd be 9x to the 4/3 over 9x to the 4/3. Right, that's how I rewrite 1. So I got 9x to the 4/3 as my common denominator plus 1. Okay, so now the same thing. I just added these two expressions together. And then if I can take, this is a perfect square, right? So that's kind of a hint. This is a perfect square, not the numerator. And the square root of that is 3x to the 2/3, right? So I'm going to actually take the square root of that. So that gives me 2 pi, and then integral, and then x. And then this is the square root of that. Since it's on the bottom, I'll go ahead and take the square root of that. In the denominator, that's 3x to the 2/3. And then I have what's left, 9x to the 4/3 plus 1. And then from there, I can simplify, right? This is 2 pi over 3. Again, I haven't really thought about the u sub part yet. I'm just trying stuff, which is what we have to do sometimes. That's x to the 3/3, so I get x to the 1/3. And now I have inside 9x to the 4/3 plus 1. And now if you try u sub, you should be okay, because the derivative of 9x to the 4/3, that would give you a power of 1/3, and you should get some cancellation.